All right, we're live. Hey guys, how is it going today? I'm with George. Hey, how is it going, George?
Good, Remy. How are you?
Good, thank you. So today I was supposed to go live with Ty on it, but actually Ty is not feeling so good today. So he asked me if we could reschedule, and of course we're going to reschedule the live I was supposed to do with Ty next week. I think we're gonna do it on the 28th. But no worries, because actually George is Ty's client, right? Could you please introduce yourself, George, and then let us know a bit more about what you learned from Ty's system?
Yeah, my name is George. I own CrossFit Hippo in Houston, Texas. And I reached out to Ty and Remy both to try and run the best gym that I could. I didn't have a management background or a business background, and I needed the structure to be able to run the business that would allow me freedoms in my personal life, as well as to run a successful business and to get the members in the gym. And I went to Ty's seminar several years ago where I met Clark. I think it's his North American director now. And it was a great seminar. It taught me how to structure systems and how to run the gym using the systems to free myself up from having to work in the business and being able to work on the business.
Yeah.
The trouble I was having is I could run the best business in the world. We had a lot of happy clients, but I didn't have the targeted marketing piece.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
not that Ty's system didn't lack that. It's just their focus was how to run an efficient business to get the lifestyle you wanted. Then I
Yeah.
reached out to Remy to fill that gym full of people that I could help and to help, build the business.
Yeah. So just to give a bit more details to people watching the video today, Ty is actually a consultant for CrossFit gym owners, right? That is a specialty. Is helping CrossFit gym owners. The name of his company used to be called Affiliate Solution. And actually, recently I spoke with Ty and I was like, okay, so I saw that you rebranded. Now it's called Vive. And I was like, why did you rebrand it? And so he told me that he was feeling that Affiliate Solution was not really representing his values. And then I asked him about his values, right? And actually, his mission, his purpose is to, teach you how to work on your business and not in your business, so that if you want to go travel the world for a year, you can. If you want to go enjoy, your time with your kids, you can. If you want to go snowboard because you love snowboarding, you can, right? That's his main mission, is to teach CrossFit gym owners on how to build systems and how to delegate so that you get your time back, right?
That's right. That's right. And the struggle is we're all very passionate to help people, and we want to do that as efficiently as possible. One, we have to earn a living. Two, we have to have our normal lives outside the gym to refuel our tanks so that we can help as many people as possible. And
Yeah.
a lot of gym owners, and I know a ton of them, go into it and jump in the pool and have no idea how to run a business. And that's why I reached out, is because I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to help people change their lives through fitness, and we're doing that. But without systems, man, you'll run ragged, you'll burn out, you'll sell the gym, and then now we don't have coaches that are helping people change their lives because they get burnt out.
Yeah. So when I came to your gym, actually, I was impressed. I came to your gym. We did a podcast, right? By the way, if you want to let other gym owners know about your podcast, I would
Yeah, the
recommend
podcast.
the podcast we did together at least.
Yeah, it's called In Between Reps, and we talk about life, fitness, and all the things in between. So it's a bit of, we have a good time and we joke around, but it's not all about fitness and running a gym. It's about life and all
Yeah.
the puzzles that come along with that.
Yeah. And we did one podcast for CrossFit gym owners, right? And when I came, I was really impressed that, well, the title of this broadcast here is, how you got a tight ship. Well, I saw that, right? I saw the systems that you had in place, and I was really impressed by what you had already. And then I was like, hey, George, like, if you add my client acquisition system to the systems that you have already, it's gonna work like magic, right?
Yeah. And to be honest, we didn't know how to do marketing. We thought that we just, we have a message that everyone's invited, anyone can do this, and it's all inclusive, and we're a big family, and we're not a competitive gym. We're looking to change people's lives. And so we just tried to pump that message out in social media. The problem is we were screaming in the middle of the woods, and nobody that needed to hear us was hearing us. So yeah, that's where, when you came in, we were actually at a dip on members, and we had to get our member count up to survive. So yeah, I
remember the conversation that we had. It was not looking so good financially, and then you got our system, and now it's now
so we've added over 40 members just from your system, and we went from struggling to growing, and people are like, wow, where are these people coming from? How are you getting all these people in here? And honestly, I told them, I was like, we finally figured out how to turn the wheel correctly to get members in the door. And I see gym owners struggling, and I tell Remy this all the time. I wish I had done this 4 years ago, because we've been open for 4 years in June, and I wouldn't have been struggling to get people in the door. Our strategy was just wait, just be an awesome gym and wait. And there's a lot of gyms around, and that doesn't work. You have to target the people that need the help.
So you were saying that you were maybe posting on social media, but you were only counting on like organic reach. What were you doing? Were you advertising?
So I didn't know how to really do ads. So I would get a post that I liked or a video, and I would boost it, whatever that means, and throw money at Facebook. No real call to action. I might have figured out how to do a button, but like there wasn't any, I want to reach people in a 5-mile radius, or, this area or zip code or any of that. So, we used Instagram. We have an online store, a podcast, an Instagram, a Twitter, a YouTube channel, Facebook groups. The other thing is groups versus commercial. Like, there's a lot to it. And if you don't know, you just no post schedule. There was no. I mean, we were on message or on brand, as people say, but that doesn't matter if I don't get to in front of anybody that's outside of our organic group. And we had lots of members share our post, but that's only one tier outside. That's people who know people. And there's hundreds of thousands of people in our area that need to hear our message. We had no idea how to tell them.
Yeah. The issue is that if you count on, the people following you on Instagram or the people following your page on Facebook, when you post something, it's only those people that are going to receive the post in their, in their Facebook or in their Instagram. And it's only a small percentage. And now, if you want to reach a new audience, it's only if they share that post. And actually, on Instagram, you can't even share. So you were only counting on the shares that you were getting on Facebook. And I have to say that, when you post on your page, I would say 5 or 10% of the followers are actually going to see this post. So now you can't count on that anymore. You actually have to advertise if you want to reach a new audience.
And that's something I didn't know until your course, was that Facebook doesn't prioritize business pages. They want personal connections, and they want people to join groups and whatnot. And I didn't know that. I would just share everything on my Facebook page. And
here it can be a lot of work for actually no return, maybe some return, but not crazy returns. And it can be like hustle, posting on Twitter, posting on YouTube, posting on Instagram, posting on Facebook, posting everywhere. But actually, you don't get any new members doing that, right? It's a lot of work, podcasting, everything. Actually, now you have a simple system that is set up, and now you just let that system run, right? It's automated now.
Yeah, and to be honest, the growth that we've seen, I've had people ask, they're like, well, can you handle 50 more members like all of a sudden? And our answer was always yes. We have the systems, we have an on-ramp program, we have staff in place ready to receive the people. We just didn't know where they were. But those systems, the way we learned how to do coaches briefs and how to organize classes and cleaning schedules and all of those different systems, I learned those from Ty's Affiliate Solutions at the time when I took it. But I think had I met you 4 years ago and not done the system modifications, it would have been very hectic to add all those people into a gym that, when I started, I was coaching all the classes, I was doing all the cleaning, I was doing all the social media, I was doing all the stuff. And Ty said, make an org chart, even if you have to put your name in every box, but lay out job descriptions, lay out all the procedures, and then back yourself out of all of those. Had I been cleaning the bathrooms and adding 50 people, I'd have been in deep trouble.
Yeah, and to me, when I met you, you were really the ideal client because, well, your gym was ready for it, right? Ty taught you everything to be ready for a client acquisition system, and then boom, you added the client acquisition system, and now it worked really well, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I was just looking at your CRM previously. You already generated $14,000 in front-end cash. And if we include the backend, you already generated $92,000, right? If we include, the members, let's say they stay for a year, that the membership is at 150. Well, we can do the math. Front-end cash, you already made 14,000. Backend, 92,000. My program is much lower than all of this, even the front end.
And to be honest, we're not doing it very well. Our percentages for close and sign up are not where we want them to be, but it's funny. I don't think I did Ty's system very well. I picked up as much as I could in a hustle, and I put as much in place as I could. And I'm always hammering different things and trying to make them better. But the same with yours. I told you, I said, hey, I don't have the money. This has to work. And you were confident that it would work. And we said, let's do it. And so it couldn't fail because we had to make it work. And, it did. It worked great.
And the system paid for itself, right? Because actually you have an installment plan where you pay a small deposit and then a little bit again, and a little bit again, and then a little bit again, and then a little bit again. Yeah. Over a period of 14 weeks, I believe, right?
Well,
so 12 weeks. You make more than what you would pay me, right? You make much more than what you would pay me. So it does pay for itself.
Right. And if we did it well, I mean, I don't know that we could handle the growth. Like we're not, like people ask me like, well, is it really time consuming? It is. It's hard work, but if you just totally devote yourself to it, your statistics will be way better than ours. We're doing everything we can with all the other things going on and kids and life and whatnot. So I'm very pleased with it that we didn't have to be perfect for it to work very well. I think if you're perfect and your stats are great, the sky's the limit. I mean, you'll be full in no time. And that's the name, right? Max out your gym. So.
It's true that I was looking at your CRM. You do have a pretty good closing rate. It's true that we could improve your scaling rate. So here, George is not the best student, the best Max Out Your Gym student. It's fine. It's okay. You don't have to be the best student for it to work.
Yeah.
George can improve his scaling rate, but even right now, he has been able to pay for the system. He made much more. He made 14,000 on the front end. Now he's gonna make 92,000 when we include the back end, right? You don't have to be the best student to be profitable actually right away.
Well, and I know from my own experience and even talking with Ty and Clark, is if you are the bottleneck, that was my biggest concern with the system is I know that it works. I have faith in it. And we went through the modules and everything looked great. And, the systems made sense. And everything flowed well, but I was concerned that my time trying to juggle so many things that I'm still on the org chart for was going to be the hindrance. But it works so well that if I could better manage the business and better work myself back out of it a little bit more, it would be amazing. So I'm still working on that part, but it works really well.
I would say that, yeah, to make it work even better, you just need to get even more time back, right? Because the system is super, super simple. But it's true that it's a system that works really well, but you have to make it work.
Right.
And to make it work well, you have to, have those consultations with your prospects.
Right.
So you have to invest some time into it.
Right. Yep. And if we were better at scheduling, then it would be more time invested and it just, that's what it takes. So we it's great because for the first time, we feel like we can make an investment in ad spend that's not just blowing it out into the ether, and we get a visible return on the investment, tracking it with the CRM. We follow the leads to the end, and then, for a while we had 100% sign up rate. If they got in the door, we would sign them up. And obviously the longer you fish, one day you're not going to catch any fish. So, but all in all, it's still above, I think we're 70% or more on signups for show ups. And I think we generated, I don't have my CRM open, but 400 or 500 leads.
Yeah. What would you say to people that are like, I'm just getting shit leads? Would you agree with that? When you got 100% closing rate, would you agree with that? Some people say, oh, I'm just getting shit leads. That's why I cannot enroll them.
Yeah, the magic is in the follow-up. And Remy tells me all the time that if you get a lead, somebody's given you their phone number, they want you to call them and they want your help. Whether you do that in time or do it correctly is entirely up to you. So I get tire kickers from here and there, but the bulk majority, like if they're handled properly, it works.
Yeah. And also, it's not like we're using a bait and switch offer. It's not like we are using a 3-week trial. It's not like we are using a free class. It's not like we are using a $21 challenge for 21 days. We are not using that. The only thing that we give for free is a consultation. So people that come for a free one-on-one consultation, they are serious, right? They are not, maybe like a few percentage are tire kickers, but the majority of them are not tire kickers, right?
Yeah, for sure. So I've got 527 leads so far. So it definitely generates quality leads. It's just us having time to get them called and scheduled and everything. And you were speaking about your return on investment. I was looking at your CRM. Right now, it's 25x, right? It's not 25%, 25x. So it means it's 2,500%. Yeah. So, you can invest in real estate, in stock and options, in Bitcoin. You cannot get that kind of it's literally a money machine. So we with the challenge and with the offer, we get people in, we get them a jump start on their results. They love it, they stay. And then with all the other systems in place for retention and member, touch points and all that, and good solid programming and a clean facility and everything that goes along with it, you have a member for life.
Yeah.
So take care of them. The trouble is, go ahead. One of the questions Ty asked us in the seminar was, how many members would you have if none of them left? And I looked back. So like we had to tighten up the member retention and really do a good job loving on these folks so that they would stick around. But once they're here and you're getting results, and it's great. Works great.
Because at the end of the day, people buy you, if you're a cold gym owner or not, they buy the results and they buy the fun. So already you were set with that, right? You knew how to provide results. You knew how to provide the fun. Now you just need to learn how to get people to buy you, and that's what you learn with the Mike's Outdoor Gym program, right?
That's right. We just have to get in front of the people, you know, and we're getting a lot more people in that need our help. Instead of waiting for a CrossFitter to get fed up at their gym that's dirty and not run well, and they come in and, you know, they're great, but I want the people that need 100 pounds off. I want the people that they're going to be on diabetes medication or heart medication. We want the people that need help. So getting in front of those people is very important to us. So the targeted marketing is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, because if you're only waiting for, let's say, CrossFit athletes, well, people that are, you know, athletes type A like this, you know, elite people, that's what, maybe 5 or 10% of the population. If you're only counting on this kind of people, well, okay, you know, you have your website on Google, CrossFit Houston. Okay, they type CrossFit Houston, they might find you, and then they join. But now you're on the waiting mode, right? And you don't go to the gym very fast. But now if you get the ones that actually do need a body transformation and the life transformation, you inspire them, you motivate them. Now you grow your gym like crazy.
Yeah, and one thing we did wrong for a long time was we would highlight all of our members, but I even hired a marketing person that didn't want to show anybody that was overweight. They wanted to just show successes. This is the exact opposite of what we needed to do, because that ran off everybody that needed help. And the real brave ones would walk in and they'd come in sheepishly and they would join and maybe not get intimidated. But that was one thing. Remy went to my website and he went down and he's like, this looks great right here, but then you got this guy with abs down here scaring the hell out of everybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you see a guy with abs, shirtless, he's like Hulk and doing a overhead squat or like I don't know, you know, like a crazy movement, like a muscle up, let's say. Well, it's actually intimidating. You know, sure, it's gonna maybe attract, you know, the 5% of people that are elites, but for Mr. and Mrs. Jones, you know, it's going to be so intimidating.
Yep. And when we changed that messaging and we did videos with our success stories and everything, the demographic switched overnight. And now we've got people that are just a joy to coach. They love being here. They meet our core values, and you know, it really is a blessing to have the ability to help those people. And again, if they don't know you're there and they don't know what's up, they're not going to hear you screaming in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. So, you know, I believe that any business owner needs lifestyle, sorry. That's what you learn with Ty, the lifestyle, on how to get the systems and how to get the, you know, the team lifestyle.
Yep.
But then you also need income and impact. So now you are saying that you actually have a bigger impact because you attract a bunch of people, and actually those people are the ones that truly need your help.
Right.
And you're getting the income, 14,000K front end, 92K back end.
Right. And you know, the program, the way it's geared and being able to stay cash positive for the first time ever was a real blessing, you know. So being able to, like I said, you put an investment on the wheel, you turn the wheel, you do what you're supposed to do, and people come in and they're the right people. The other thing is getting to talk to people. So if before we would run an event and people would come in for a free trial, and we would just have to accept anybody that came in because that was the only leads we had. We had to close every one of them. And if we didn't, we didn't, but we had to take them. Now I get to sit down, I get to learn about the person, I get to learn about their goals, I get to talk to them and see if they're a good fit. I get to talk to them and see if they're a weirdo and they're going to cause problems, or some guy wants to do his own program, doesn't want to listen, like whatever. Like I get to decide and say, hey, maybe this isn't for you. There's plenty of competitive gyms down the street. I don't have to, kiss every frog, if you will.
Exactly. And to be honest, I do the same, with my clients, with my gym owner clients. If I see that they're really not ready for a client acquisition system, well, I might tell them, hey, first go work with Ty. Work with Ty, get your shit together, and then you come back, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What were the major mindset shifts that you got?
The big one from your program was, I think my wife experienced a big one for like the fear of calling leads, the fear of, that you're bothering them, that she didn't want to feel salesy and whatnot, but they came to us and they gave us their phone number and they want help from us. Otherwise they wouldn't have even clicked on the ad. They wouldn't have, filled or answered the questions, and they wouldn't have pursued it if they didn't want your help. For me, the biggest, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying you're not salesy if you call your leads, actually. You're not salesy. They gave you the phone number. They are waiting for you to call them. Actually, if you don't call them, they are going to be disappointed.
Yeah. The big mindset shift for me was I've already burned my boats once. I had to burn my boats again because, like I said, when I started, I was scared. I didn't have the money. And I tell people all the time, I use my story with this this mentorship, I call it, for people who are like, I can't find the money per month. I was like, I'll tell you what, I had a 10x problem than you have, and bills all over the place, and you have to gamble. You have to double down. If you truly believe in your product, I tell myself, like, if I didn't do this and I closed my business and then I found the money and now the business is gone, how much regret would I have if I didn't step through and challenge my fears and really go for it? I would be so mad at myself if I didn't exercise every possible avenue to make this successful, because we have a great facility, and without full of people, then it's
I visited
it doesn't have great people.
I'm so proud that you took that leap of faith, and now you got rewarded, right? Just with the front-end cash. Well, my program is less than this, right? So now you're gonna make 92K and you're gonna continue, right? So now you got the system for life. Maybe, at the time when I told you my price, you might have been like, oh wow, it's expensive. But what do you think now? Do you think it's expensive or it was a bargain?
No, it's a bargain. The real bargain is, while you're going through it, you're trying to get it done, you're trying to put it to work. But once it's functioning, now I know what to do. I can change my ad copy to target a different demographic. Say I want to attract older clients, retirees, or I want to go for, the medical industry right down the road, or whatever it is. I change my ad copy, I make a new video, I send it to you to get you to approve it, and off it goes. And I have a budget in Facebook that goes towards ads. I can limit it so that if an ad doesn't run the way I want, it's great, because now we have a way, and I can't stress it enough. If you don't have a way to generate leads, quality leads, you're just screaming in the dark. You might get lucky, but there's a lot of gyms and they're all making a lot of noise. If you can't go and get in front of the people that you need, you're just pissing up a rope.
Yeah, exactly. We have Kelly here that dropped a comment here on the Facebook Live. She's saying, same story, George. So actually, Kelly worked with Ty as well. She got the system. She got ready for it. She knew how to delegate. Then she got the max outcharging program. And she said on another comment, I second that, George, because actually you said I highly recommend both programs, right? Ty's system helped me run a tight ship, and Remy's member acquisition system saved my gym. both are awesome. And then Kaylee, right after said, I second that, George. These two programs have been the perfect marriage to transform the way I run my gym. Love both these guys.
Yep, that's completely true.
Yeah.
For sure.
What would you say to other gym owners, that might consider the Ty's program, might consider the Mike Sartor gym program, but they are afraid? They're like, like they don't know what to do. What would you recommend, when they are scared? What would you recommend?
How scared are you going to be to tell your members that you don't have a gym anymore? Yeah. One of the worst, when Ty and I spoke in the seminar, one of the big fears I had was raising my membership, the price. And we were below the price of everybody around, but I was just fearful that people would just leave. And if you do it wrong, they will. And if you don't add the value prior to the change, they will. But if you need to raise the price to make the gym solvent and functioning and lucrative so that you can reinvest in equipment and everything else, the worst thing you could do to your members is close the gym. So how bad would you feel? Balance your fear for stepping out and going into the unknown of, if you're not familiar with marketing or you don't want to make videos or whatever, balance that with how heartbreaking it would be to email your members and say, guys, X date is the last day. And that terrifies me. And so, like I said before, I didn't want to have any regret. I'm going to do everything possible to make the business a success. And if I exhaust everything, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But now the last thing we tried, the last ditch effort, was the right move. And you got to go for it. I mean, I don't know. Tell him to call me.
It's coming from Ty. I know Ty. He's very genuine. He's very authentic. He's real. He speaks the truth. It's not about bullshit. Right? So I really align, with him. I align with his values because, well, we don't want to lie. We're just here to help people. We're here to help gym owners so that then they can have their impact on other people. We want to actually, change the world and make people healthier and fitter. Right? That's our goal. We're not here to steal money to anyone. We just want to provide life transformations, right? So as a general rule, I would say that each time that you push through your fears, the universe or God, or whatever you want to call it, will reward you. Push through those fears, right?
Yep.
Push through it.
if you let your fear of change or your fear of being uncomfortable or your financial fears cripple you, you're gonna fail. Yeah. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
It might not be because you just didn't choose this program, or it might be the next thing that you stumble on, but you got to do it, because I'm telling you, that pain of regret, not good.
Yeah. And I mean, like, you got rewarded like crazy. You made 14K front end, 92K back end. You have a return on your investment that is 25x. Well, I mean, you got rewarded so well, right?
What was the thing you said in the course? Whoever can spend the most on advertising wins. Yeah. So if we up our conversion slightly, and then I decide I'm going to invest a little bit more, our growth just grow exponentially. Yeah. As long as we can come in and take care of each person that comes in the door, we keep adding people, and it's a numbers game. Like, put them in the top of the funnel and broaden the funnel.
So I would say it is a number game, but also you do have to optimize your conversion rate. So it's also, I would say, conversion rates optimization game as well. It's
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I mean, like, we are working on it, right? And now you are set up, with Ty's system. You're set up with my system. I'm sure that now your gym is so sustainable. You're never gonna close your gym.
No. So, no. Now that I know how to do it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, at first it was a survival task, get to X number, do it as fast as possible, bring in quality people, help those people, convert them to members.
Yeah.
Now that we're approaching that number, you know, we're not going to work less hard. It's just the pressure and the fear is gone. So where we can enjoy it again. Because it's, I mean, being under the gun is stressful.
Yeah.
But we're really thriving now versus famine. You know?
Yeah. So let's wrap up. So I would just say, you know, if you believe that actually your gym is a mess, well, go speak with Ty. First, fix your delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Then you fix it, and then you can come to me, because, you know, if your gym is a mess, I'm actually not going to invite you into my program. I really need to make sure that you're ready for it. I want your success. So far, I have a success rate that is unbelievable. Everybody's successful so far, right? So I want to keep it this way. I want to build my reputation. I want to keep this reputation. Why is Ty, you know, like, why are we going to do a live soon in a week with Ty? Ty is going to do a live within his Facebook group. Well, because I have this kind of results. So I want to keep it this way. If you're not ready for it, I'm not going to invite you. So you better get your shit together, go speak with Ty. If you believe that you're ready for it because you worked with Ty, or because you already know how to build systems, or maybe you worked with other consultants, I don't know, Chris Cooper, right, from Two Brain Business, Stuart Brower from What the Fuck Gym Talk. Those guys are great. Get ready, you know, for massive growth, and then you come to me, and we're going to really max out your gym. I don't have this name for no reason. That's what we do all day, every day.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much, George. And
Thank
talk
you.
to you soon. Bye, guys.